Okay, Miss Emily, this is your personal video for your lesson review. Okay, so remember we have the pick in our fingers. I hold mine like this. I saw that you held yours like that, right? But always have that thumb against that big part right there, okay? And then you just hold it like so, okay? So for that first exercise we did was the hammer-ons and pull-offs. And remember that stretch exercise that I was telling you about to get your fingers to be able to do this, to where each finger covers each fret, right? So don't forget that little stretch exercise with the flat knuckle, right hand, and you stretch for 8 to 10 seconds. Try to do that a few times a day, okay? So let's do the hammer-on exercise real quick, to where you pluck that first string, which is your E string, and you hammer on this finger, right? Your first finger, okay? Again, hammer on. Should have that nice difference. No stopping of the noise, like if it sounds like this, like that, you don't want that. You want a nice, clear difference between the first note to the second note that you hear. Okay? And so then, while leaving that finger on, pressure down to where it should sound just like this by just hitting it. Now let's try hammering on the middle finger again. Good, and then okay, take that finger off, give yourself some wiggle room for this next one, and try that ring finger out again. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so make sure you hear that tonal difference. Okay, and let's go on to the pinky now. Let's try that one. So I don't have mine straight up and down like some people might. Mine are spread out, as you can see. I don't have them close together like this. Mine are spread out, so that goes with that exercise I was telling you about, spreading out those fingers. So let's try that third finger, pressure down to where it sounds like this, and then you're going to hammer on the pinky to where you get that nice tonal difference. There you go. Like that. Okay? Good. Alright, so now let's try the pull-offs. So I know that this one is really difficult for both the hammer-ons and pull-offs, but just try to keep the pressure on this finger, and right here is what you're pulling off, the pinky. So you pluck first with your pick, and then you pull off, okay? So just try that a few times. You'll get it eventually, I promise. So then let's try these two fingers. I have these more of an angle instead of like the pinky and ring, how they were spread out. The middle and ring kind of face at an angle a little bit there, as you can see. Okay, so here, ring finger, and remember how I said stay close to the fret. It's easier to make a sound up when you're close to this fret, close to that fret. So keep that ring finger and middle finger planted, right? And then you pluck and pull off, right? Okay, so this is the sound you're going for. And then, of course, with the middle finger and the index, last two, these should be easy for you. And then index to the beginning. Yep, opening fret. There you go. So work on those still, okay? And also, let's review the 3 chords that we went over. We got C, which is on the 2nd string, and you're going to play 3 strings with that. So just a nice, and I saw you do it, so I don't think I need to show you how to play it. But yeah, just nice down strokes, okay? So 3 strings, and then G7, you got on the 1st string, 1st fret, also known as your E string, also known as your B string for your 2nd string there. So on the E string, the high E string, 3 strings you play for G7, and for the C chord, on the B string, 3 strings. Good. And then the other one that we went over was the bool chord, also known as the E minor. You'll have your middle finger on your 5th string, ring finger on your 4th string. 5th string is also known as the A, 4th string is also known as the D. All right? And let's review the names of the strings real quick. Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Good, by Eddie. Right? Okay, so that E minor right there looks kind of like a bool chord because you got the horns right here. But remember, middle finger on the A string, ring finger on the D string, same fret in the 2nd fret. And you'll play how many? All 6, exactly. I knew you knew that. Okay. Talking to you like you're here. So here you go. You got E minor, you got C, 3 strings. You got G7, 3 strings. And then let's try switching back and forth, okay? So just for C to G7, and then we're also going to try switching from C to E minor starting next lesson. But for just the simple of what we went over well, it was yesterday, but this last Tuesday, we will have 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4 to G7, 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C, 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to G7, 4 strums. So try working on that, 4 strums each, and try not to have any silence in between. And what I mean by that is you'll go 4 of C, 1, 2, 3, 4 into 4 of G7, 2, 3, 4, back to C, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to G7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is your goal. So make it smooth, and if you feel so inclined, you can go straight from the C to the E minor. If you're feeling like you're already getting the C to G, it's too simple for you, then I recommend trying to switch from your E minor to your C like so. You'll just kind of hover that finger over the 2nd string, and then you'll put it back down, and these, even though I'm exaggerating it right now, you will also just hover over those strings. They're not on it right now. I'm playing the C, and it looks like they're on it, but then I switch and I put them down and take off the C. Then I put the C back on, so it doesn't look like I'm taking them off, but I actually am. I'm going from C, and then I'm taking it off, but I'm hovering it over the area of where it's going to play. So this doesn't move much either whenever I'm not playing the C. Like when I'm playing that E minor, it's just waiting to switch back to the C. So that's what we're going to get into next Tuesday. So until then, just keep working on those little exercises. Don't forget your stretches. Oh, and one other neat little exercise is what I call the phantom exercise. So you're not using this hand at all. Right hand, gone. No pick, nothing. Just your left hand is all I'm asking for this practice. So you take your first finger and you'll go up each string like this and make that sound that I had you do while we were in class, which was just this. Again, I'm not using my other hand. Okay, and that's the phantom exercise. You're going to do that for each string, and this will help you retain the muscle memory for each of the strings, like how far it is, the distance between each of them. Because remember, we were talking about not looking. You don't want to look at your fingers to know where they are. You want to be able to feel it. So by doing this exercise, it'll help you just feel it, and try doing it without looking. And that's for the first finger. Also try the second finger. And all I'm doing is hammering it on there. Again, no hand over here, just doing this. Okay, see? So give that a try. Also try it with your ring finger, try it with your pinky, and the pinky will be difficult, but just do it several times on it. Like, don't try to do the one finger just yet. Try to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sound good? Alrighty, I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you.